Class, turn to page 145 in your textbooks. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. On the same page is our idiom today. How to get on the same page to supersize and grow your business. Specifically, how do we do that to grow our business? Where did this idiom come from? This idiom has been around since the earlier mid-20th century. It's a relatively new idiom as idioms go. And it means, of course, it comes from the world of publishing and printing and literature, where people actually read books, and books are usually numbered, pages are numbered, so that people can talk about, communicate, discuss, and literally physically be on the same page when they're talking about something. How many shows, how many books, how many stories, how many experiences have we personally had where you go into a classroom and the teacher says, class, turn to page, whatever. I've had like hundreds and hundreds, if not, probably thousands, if not more, of that experience where, hey, we're going to page such and such in our handouts. We do that in business when we're going through contracts, when we're reading documents, when we're sharing information, to make sure that we all have a common understanding and perspective of the topic that's being discussed. This idiom comes from literature because it means that we have a common point of reference and perspective, and we can go to the same place and be looking at the same information and then discussing and interpreting what it means to each and every one of us. And we want to, oftentimes in our organizations, especially when we're growing and building and supersizing it, to have shared goals, shared visions, shared principles, shared purposes, shared values, and a common understanding in the direction that we're going for our business. The more people that we get on board and that are aligned with that, the faster and easier it is to achieve our vision, achieve our goals and objectives. We do this through setting goals, setting and group, as a group, setting our purpose, principles, vision, core values for the organization. I've done this literally in countless organizations now, for both my own businesses as well as helping other people to do the same, because it's such a powerful way to make sure that everyone is headed in the same direction. It's easy. I think of this as following traffic, like when I'm going on a road trip. I know my destination, people know their destination, but sometimes it's nice to be with a group of people and follow a group of people all headed to the same destination. We went to my nephew's wedding in Texas last year, and several of us caravanned down in cars because we were going on other trips after that, and we wanted to have vehicles down there. But we were all heading in the same direction, but we were going there together. It was a lot more fun to stay overnight in the hotel and have dinner and be together. It made it a much more fun trip than if each of us had been going our own direction, right? And we all arrived at our destination, and we all had a great time. So how do you do this in your business? I would really love to know. One of my favorite ways to do this is to do offsites and retreats, both for leadership and for communication and for sharing information with everybody. I think the more open our communication is in our organizations, the more authentic and honest and real and true you are with people, the better results you get, especially if you are all on the same page, if you all have common interests, common goals, if you're all working for the same thing. We tend to get better results. There are businesses, there are whole industries that are very secretive and very hush-hush, and they don't want anybody to know anything. I worked in corporate America for over a quarter century, and a lot of things were taboo and secret. Nobody could know how much anybody else made, because that would cause infighting and jealousy. Well, if there was an open, honest, fair way of compensating people, and there wasn't any prejudice in that, it would have been okay for everybody to know what everybody made, right? So usually when something's a secret or something is only for certain people to know, that creates a sense of mistrust and dishonesty and closed-mindedness, which spreads throughout our organizations and our cultures. So we want to protect our cultures, and one of the best ways to do that and to create the culture we want is to make sure that we have open communication, that we have shared values, shared vision, and that we're communicating that on a regular basis. And we're open to people's feedback and suggestions and communication and comment. It's a two-way street. So that's our idiom for today. I like this idiom. I've said it literally thousands of times. I've heard it thousands, if not tens of thousands of times in my lifetime, and will continue to hear it because it is such a common, both formal and informal way of making sure that we're in agreement, making sure that we're understanding, checking back with one another, and making sure we're moving all in the same direction, right? Because we can have win-win solutions to problems and situations and contracts, and everything doesn't have to be a struggle and a conflict. I gave up struggle and conflict a long time ago, and I don't miss it at all. All right, any questions about this? Hit me up. Love to know your perspective on this. What's your favorite way to create and make sure that everybody in your organization is on the same page? Will we all always be on the same page? I don't think so, but it would be nice if we were always working toward the same vision and the same goals. Have a great day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to supersize and grow your business right now? Have an awesome day. Bye.